Hello, who are you and where are you from?
I'm Joe Gonzales. I'm here from Brownsville, Texas, the very tip of South Texas, considered the southernmost or second southernmost point in the U.S. There's a debate between Brownsville and I think Key West, Florida, as the southernmost point. So we're nearest to the equator.
And we're right on the border.
And we're on the border by the sea.
By the sea.
Exactly, believe it or not. We have international border crossing. We have a port and we have an airport also.
Yeah.
International airport and an international port. So we're kind of in a unique spot. That's why SpaceX chose this southern point here right outside of Brownsville, Texas, to establish SpaceX, which is the most nearest place near the equator for space exploration purposes.
Yeah. And what do you do?
What do I do? I'm a freelance. I work freelancing. I have my independent business.
Okay. Doing roughly what in what industry?
Well, sales.
Sales.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, has the climate changed much since you were a kid?
It definitely has changed. The hottest time was around probably August, early September that I can remember. It hardly got to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, since several years ago, it's early in the summer, it already goes past 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
It was 106 yesterday.
Exactly. So that tells you the earth is baking. The earth is getting fried. And I think it's the pollution, the contamination. I think the one, how can I put it? Those guilty of warming the earth is the oil and gas industry. And they're exploiting everyone in the name of profit. And I think that it's time for the government to intervene. I know there's several lawsuits, federal lawsuits pending against the major oil and gas companies. But government should start intervening more and start clawing back and fining them and also filing lawsuits, because they've done a lot of harm, too much harm in such a short time. In the past, probably since the 40s, 50s, and especially since they started fracking with that new technology, and I think it was they started around, I think, in 2010 or 11. They started even contaminating more of the Earth's surface by injecting all that wastewater. You can call it that, but it's composed of I believe it's diesel and other chemicals plus sand, water that they use for fracking to tap wells that before there was no technology to tap, that gas and that oil.
So, on an everyday basis, do you think about climate much?
I think about it every day. I mean, it affects us
on a
every
scale
day.
of 1 to 10, let's say 10 being the most concerned, where would you put yourself?
I'd say a 10. We're seeing it every day. I mean,
well, what's going to happen in the future, and what can we do about it?
Well, unless we stop the oil and gas industry and all others that are contaminating the earth, destroying the earth, I don't see a bright future. I mean, if the government, the federal government, and here in Texas, especially the state of Texas, the Texas government is all for the gas and oil industry, and they don't care about the Texas citizens. They don't care about the public.
Would you call yourself an optimist or a climate optimist or pessimist about the climate? You think it's going to get better or worse?
I'm a pessimist trying to become an optimist, but unless the federal government starts intervening and stopping all these abuses, all the contamination, look at the studies by the UN. Every 3/4 of the year they publish a study, and same rehash. The glaciers are melting in the poles. The oceans are getting warmer. Temperatures are rising. Contamination everywhere, not only by the oil and gas industry, but also by factories, other industries. One of the major polluters, and the Texas government, they don't do anything about it. They cover up for the oil and gas industry. Every month there's studies. They're polluting left and right, the Gulf Coast, especially the Houston area. Look at all the cancer clusters up there in the Baytown, Houston, all those areas. Look at all the explosions that happen every year. And the Texas government, they don't give a cahoot.
All right, well, very good. Thank you very much on this, the 24th of June, here in Brownsville, Texas. Thank you very much.
Adios, amigos, from Brownsville, Texas, on the border by the sea. Take care. We need to protect the earth. We need to protect the water, the soil, the air. We need to protect each other. We need to stop. We need to put a little bit. A little bit of. In other words, we need to put a little part of each of us into the major puzzle, which is stop the contamination, stop the pollution, to stop the destruction, stop the harm.
Very good.
So we can have a better place to live and enjoy, especially for the future generations.
Thank you.
They're gonna, if not, they're gonna suffer.
Thank you.